Good morning. Coming up here on GMA with the latest on the story that we've all been following. Former President Trump set to appear in court this morning for his civil trial. We're live at the courthouse. Also, with federal student loan payments resuming, what millions of Americans need to know about paying their bills and how to still find some relief. You'll see those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
Ahead in the next hour of GMSA, the start of October means a new push from the city of San Antonio to clear homeless encampments. How the city's new budget is allowing them to do just that. Plus, Idea Public Schools in San Antonio considered some of the healthiest in the country. We'll look at why and the secret to their success. And up next, federal student loan payments have restarted after being put on hold for 3 years. How it's affecting more than just your budget. And as you may have heard RJ say, we had one incident clear on 410, and now we've got this stalled vehicle in a really tricky spot on I-35 at Topperwine. We'll get an update from RJ after this break. This morning on GMSA, 2 people in the hospital after a double shooting on the city's east side. What we've been able to learn about the suspects overnight. Plus,
Congress now facing a new November deadline to fund the government after brokering a bipartisan deal over the weekend, one that could cost House Speaker Kevin McCarthy his job. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with that and more from Washington.
Happy Monday and happy October. We're starting your day at 74 degrees and very excited for the changes to come.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend at 6 a.m. on your Monday, October 2nd. Mondays can be a little tricky, but we're in a good mood today.
Yes, we are. It's the start of October and also the start of maybe some changes in the weather department.
That's right. The first official cold front of the season is finally in the forecast. So Mike Osterhage is a changed man.
The weather's going to be changing because we're still, it's funny, we were talking about this over the weekend and it's like, oh wow, it was nice. So yeah, we're so excited. It was low 90s, but no, it's going to be different by the end of the week. Also, we had a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around on Saturday, yesterday. We'll have a few more today. We've got some out there as of right now as well. I'll show you that in just a second. 73 out there at the airport, dew points at 64, which you like to see that number below 60, but this is a whole lot better than it was yesterday morning, and a few clouds out there, so temperatures may drop another couple of degrees. We're already starting to see a few showers, maybe a lightning strike or two. There were some earlier this morning, well down to the southeast. Haven't seen any lightning strikes yet in this little batch that moved through Pearsall, going through Devine right now. And it's also been sort of growing somewhat over the past couple of hours. This continues to work its way to the northwest, so Hondo, Sabinal, probably grazing right by Uvalde. You're going to be seeing some of these showers, a couple of decent downpours, but again, it's few and far between when you sort of step back and look at the big picture, and that's going to be the situation again today. Call it a 30% chance for some rain around the area today. 60s in parts of the hill country, like I said, 70s elsewhere. We do have fall elm on the high side, moderate mold, ragweed is low, and throughout the rest of today, we'll stay in the low 70s this morning. Again, a few of those showers, maybe a thunderstorm out there, and that's going to be the situation pretty much all day long. Got that chance of rain in there all day long. Again, most of us won't be seeing anything, but if you do, could have a decent downpour. 87 at noon, already above the normal high temperature. We top off at 93 later on today with those few isolated, couple of scattered showers, thunderstorms around there. Better rain chances as the week goes on, especially Thursday. That's the day we're looking forward to with that front moving on through here. Very good rain chances, and then in behind that, the weekend looks fantastic. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez. Big problems, right?
Yes. Now we take you out to the northeast side. We were dealing with a pretty big mess there in the southwest side by Lackland Air Force Base. That has been cleared out, so that is good news there. So let's take our drivers out to the northeast side here. I-35 at Topperwine. You can see we have a stalled 18-wheeler right there in the middle of your screen right there. TxDOT crews and emergency officials have been out there for a little while trying to get this cleared out. And good news is that it has not caused any, it has not caused the I-35 southbound here to be shut down in any way, but still caused causing a bit of a traffic delay. As we take you outside, look at our maps and see exactly what we're looking at here. So again, Topper Wine Road, that's where we were looking at the shot from TransGuide. Crash actually being reported a little bit further south at Judson Road. So again, just a lot of different things going on there in the northeast side, a lot of construction taking place already. So this just kind of adding to some of the problems out there. But we will continue to monitor that and hopefully get that cleared out here next half hour or so, as we saw that TxDOT crews are on the scene and working on that 18-wheeler. All right, this is the first time we're taking a look at our bigger maps. Here we've seen that, of course, our maps are still showing that there's still the crash being reported there, the southwest side. That was on Loop 410 southbound. That has been cleared out. All smooth sailing there in that area, but you can see the rest of the city traffic looking pretty good so far. And again, the biggest thing we're following right now, southbound I-35, Topper Wine, Judson Road area, a stalled 18-wheeler, and hopefully crews can get this cleared out pretty soon and help our drivers there on the near northeast side. Mark, Stephanie, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you. New this morning, a drive-by shooting late last night sent 2 people to the hospital after being shot in front of an east side home. Happened around 11 last night in the 200 block of G Street, not far from I-10 and Roland. San Antonio police say a man and woman were in front of a house with several other people when someone in a dark-colored vehicle drove past and started shooting. The man was shot in the head. The woman was hit in the leg. Police say the man's in critical condition. No official condition was given for the woman.
Also new this morning, San Antonio police say 1 person is dead after a major crash overnight. It happened around 9 last night in the 5900 block of South Florida's on the southeast side. That's near South Cross. Now police say a man driving a blue truck pulled out in front of a large white pickup. When the vehicles crashed, the driver of the blue truck was ejected. He died at the scene. Now police say the driver of the white truck was not hurt and is not facing any charges.
Topping your morning headlines, a live look at the scene of some high drama in the nation's capital this morning. Capitol Hill, where it's now 7:05 in this morning, also where House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's job is on the line. Some fellow Republicans are calling for his removal after he worked with Democrats on an 11th hour deal to keep the government up and running.
As ABC's Justin Finch reports, the threat comes as Congress sets a new deadline for a long-term government spending plan.
The bill is passed.
On the heels of a bipartisan deal to fund the government until November 17th and narrowly averting a shutdown, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy now facing fire from within his own party.
I am relentless, and I will continue to pursue this objective.
Florida House Republican Matt Gaetz threatening to introduce a motion that would allow House members to eject McCarthy from the speakership with a majority vote. Gaetz drubbing McCarthy for brokering a deal with Democrats and, quote, not reining in spending. McCarthy says he's determined to keep his gavel.
Bring it on, let's get over with it, and let's start governing.
After signing off on the short-term spending deal, President Biden slamming Republican leadership.
I'm sick and tired of the brinksmanship, and so are the American people.
The plan includes $16 billion in disaster aid relief, but forgoes funding for Ukraine, a non-starter for many House Republicans who instead want to boost border security spending. Republican Lindsey Graham saying senators are working on legislation to fund both priorities.
To the Republicans who say Ukraine doesn't matter to us, you're wrong. Respectfully, you're wrong. The war gets bigger, not smaller.
They're cowards!
And New York House Democrat Jamal Bowman is fighting Republican accusations that he was obstructing the House's work after setting off a fire alarm Saturday. ABC News obtaining this surveillance photo appearing to show Bowman activating a red alarm. Bowman calling it an innocent mistake, saying he was rushing to make a House vote and didn't know it would activate the whole building. The Capitol Police is now investigating that fire alarm incident as Speaker McCarthy is calling for an ethics investigation into Bowman, while some Republicans say Bowman should be expelled. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
In northern Mexico, authorities say the roof of a church collapsed during mass killing at least 9, injuring about 50. Around 30 parishioners were trapped in the rubble when the roof caved in yesterday. Rescuers are still probing the wreckage, and dogs are helping in the search for possible survivors.
A massive search is underway for a 9-year-old girl who disappeared on a family camping trip in upstate New York. Charlotte Sino vanished Saturday evening in Morrow Lake State Park north of Albany. Now, officials say she was riding her bike around a loop with other children when she decided to go around one more time alone. 30 minutes later, Her bike was found on that loop, but there was no sign of Charlotte.
After that exhaustive search, when we couldn't find her here, it was quite possible that an abduction had taken place.
We are leaving no stone, no branch, no table, no cabin unturned, untouched, unexamined in our search to find Charlotte.
Authorities issued an Amber Alert yesterday believing Charlotte had been taken. She was last seen wearing an orange tie-dye Pokemon shirt. Police are asking the public to call in with any information that could lead them to her.
Looking ahead before we go to break this morning, the new term for the U.S. Supreme Court starts later this morning. The term shaping up as another important one. This for social media as the court continues to grapple with applying older laws and rulings to the digital age. On Tuesday, the court will hear a challenge that could disrupt the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The court also dealing with fallout from major rulings a year ago that overturned Roe v. Wade and expanded gun rights. Right now, 6:09, 74 degrees.
Still to come, a message of hope during Hispanic Heritage Month. What one local filmmaker wants you to know about growing up on the West Side.
And student loans are back. After the break, what you need to know about the change impacting millions of Americans.
And we hope the better weather is back. Starting this week, we're starting at 74 degrees. Not too bad this morning. And looking forward to the month of October. We'll be right back. Welcome back at 6:13 this morning. Federal student loan payments have restarted after a 3-year pause due to the pandemic.
It's a really big deal. As ABC's Elizabeth Schulze reports, it's a change that will affect nearly 30 million Americans or more.
The bills are due for millions of Americans with federal student loan debt. Borrowers like 33-year-old social worker Michael Lopez in Anaheim, California, are now bracing to make payments on their loans for the first time in more than 3 years.
I really want stability for us.
Lopez, a first-generation college graduate, owes more than $800 per month on his student loans. And like many borrowers, he says the restart of payments will force him to tighten his budget.
We're really going to have to change a lot of our spending habits. And that's to make sure we can continue to just provide our basic needs comfortably. We won't be able to save the way we have been able to.
The government's unprecedented payment freeze was put in place as a financial cushion during the pandemic and was extended 8 times before ending today. 28 million borrowers will now have to start paying off their student debt this month. The average payment totaling between $200 and $300.
I think for most student loan borrowers, what it means is that they got to make some hard choices.
Retailers like Target and Best Buy warn the resumption of payments could hit their sales as consumers pull back on spending to pay off their debt.
It is a headwind to spending, and we need consumers to stay in the game. That's the reason why the economy's been able to avoid recession.
That was Elizabeth Schulze reporting. Well, back here at home during Hispanic Heritage Month, the San Antonio filmmaker is sharing about life on the West Side.
In the film, Esmeralda Hernandez reflects on her family heritage and hopes to inspire others. It's called Dream Carriers and follows a college Chicana who sees a monarch butterfly on her way to the airport. This causes her to reflect on the past generations of women in her family. It explores immigration, first-generation college graduates, and growing up in an underserved community. Themes seen in Hernandez's own family.
Wanted to pay tribute to that and show all the beautiful murals and that show all of our history as Mexicans, as Latinos. It's in the walls of the West Side.
The film Dream Carriers has won multiple awards at film festivals all across the country.
And looking at those TransGuide cameras, I-35 at Top Rewind still looking a mess. Let's check back with RJ.
Yeah, guys, things did not get any better by the last time that we checked in with y'all. So we're seeing a sea of red lights here, a lot of brake lights as TxDOT crews and emergency officials try and clear out this stalled 18-wheeler you see right there in the middle of your screen, still causing a pretty good delay here. You can see that now traffic is definitely getting sort of bottlenecked into this one specific couple of lanes here open. This is I-35 southbound. The camera you're looking at there is at Top Rewind, but the crash is actually being reported, or the stalled vehicle, excuse me, further south at Judson Road. And you can see that now, based on our traffic maps, it is causing a pretty good delay past Top Rewind, further north up to the I-35 1604 kind of interchange there closer to Live Oak. So definitely something that drivers on the northeast side want to be aware of, especially if they're making their way into the downtown San Antonio area. Again, I-35 southbound at Judson Road, stalled vehicle there, 18-wheeler. All right, looking at the rest of the city, and not much going on. That is good news for the rest of the city. Looking at a stalled vehicle here on the I-10 westbound at Vance Jackson, but you can see from our traffic maps, doesn't appear to be causing any major sort of delays or any significant backups there. So really the biggest thing that we're following right now is this stalled vehicle there at 35 Topper Wine. And again, just kind of a rough start there for our drivers on the northeast side as we get you set for your work week. Not a fun way to start, but just be patient and let crews kind of clear out the area, hopefully get traffic moving along here pretty soon.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You said you got rain yesterday.
I found it. I found it because of course, I got a car wash. I was all proud of myself. It's like, this thing looks amazing. Saw the storms over in West Bexar County and drove right into them.
Okay, did you get rain?
I did not, no. Yeah, I didn't. Maybe again, I didn't wash my car. So.
I got his rain.
Okay, you didn't.
Well, I was out of town, but my mother did. My mom got rain.
And I got Steph's rain too.
A couple of sprinkles, but yeah, some folks got a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, I mean, here's one great view of a rain gauge there. About 3/4 of an inch of rain came down, and then, yeah, some hefty downpours. That's what we can expect. If you do indeed, if you're one of the lucky ones that see some of this rain, not only later on today, but also this morning, because we are seeing some of these showers, especially right here in southern Medina County. These have, well, the area has sort of been growing throughout the course of the morning, and everything's moving off to the northwest. Now, as far as rainfall rates, this doesn't mean you will necessarily get this much, but this is how heavy it's coming down. If they were to sit in one spot, you would get this much, but here we go. And as you can see, it's not over the top necessarily, but some of these are dumping rain at the rate maybe about an inch, perhaps inch and a half per hour. So again, not torrential downpours, but just a nice decent shower here and there. And we're not really seeing any lightning strikes as well, but we will continue to watch these, and then more of these showers are developing back out here to the southeast and working their way to the northwest. So primarily in the southern half of our areas where we're going to be seeing some of these showers, even a couple of thunderstorms this morning and then also later on this afternoon. A few clouds out there right now here in town. We're looking off to the east. Again, we're watching this low, which is going to pull that front on through here. It's been slowing down, I should say. So it will be moving through by Thursday. As it approaches, we start to see a lot more moisture get pumped on in here. We're still going to be on the warm side, low 90s today. About almost anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above normal on average. Same thing tomorrow. Wednesday, then, because of some extra cloud cover around here as the front gets closer, that's going to keep temperatures right around 90. Then Wednesday night into Thursday, as this moves into the area, that's really going to start to enhance the rain chances around here, and the front will move on through. But it's not going to be an initial shot of cooler air coming on in here with this. Now, granted, we will stay in the mid 80s, a normal temperature, Thursday as well as Friday, thanks basically to the cloud cover and some of the rain. But in behind that, then, we will get a little surge of some cooler air coming on in here. It's so nice to use that word cooler. Some cooler air coming in here by the weekend, so we're going to be staying actually below normal. I haven't said that in forever as far as high temperatures over the weekend. So the next couple of days will still be in the low 90s here. A couple of showers popping up in the afternoon. We've got some of those out there right now, of course. A little bit better chance of rain on Wednesday. The best chance of rain, though, is going to be on Thursday as the front works its way through here. And right now, the actual passage looks to be midday on Thursday. It's been slowing down ever so slightly. Showers, thunderstorms, maybe even a couple of heavy downpours around here on Thursday. We'll have to watch out for that. We're looking at wet commutes both morning and in the afternoon. Then clear out Friday, upper 70s over the weekend, lots of sunshine and low humidity.
Normally, Mike, you tell us this time of year, don't get too excited about this front. Are we officially excited about this one?
We are excited about it.
Okay.
You know, we were watching this even last week coming on in here, and now models are really getting a good handle on it. And as far as the rain chances, a lot of moisture coming on in here and those lower temperatures. So,
well, we're excited. You still look like a concerned parent, but I get it. Thank you, Mike.
We're ready. Thank you, Mike.
621, 74 degrees.
Just ahead, the frenzy around Taylor Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce reached new heights after last night's game on Sunday Night Football. That's next in your GMA First Look.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the trailer effect in full force.
And there is the guest of honor in Taylor Swift.
Taylor teaming up with Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Sophie Turner, and more to cheer on two-time Super Bowl champ Travis Kelce and his Kansas City Chiefs. Our Trevor Ault is there to catch the action.
One of those suites down here is the hottest club in the New York City area.
With Taylor Swift up in the stands and Travis Kelce down on the field, America cannot get enough, and the NFL knows it.
There's always room to grow for the NFL as far as these news audiences, which is, specifically been clear with the whole Taylor Swift effect.
Taylor Swift is in the building.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Trevor Ault will have much more on the fan frenzy and all the big moments from last night's game. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Steph and I were in the box last night. Taylor did have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really.
I'm so happy for her.
We're both happy for her. In your consumer headlines, Apple promising to roll out an update to prevent the new iOS 15 from overheating. The company's blaming it on a software bug and other issues related to popular apps. Instagram is already making changes to keep phones from becoming too hot. Uber and other apps are apparently doing the same.
The maker of one-wheel electric skateboards is recalling all of its devices after reports of 4 deaths and multiple injuries. Those incidents happened between 2019 and 2021. The company rejected calls for a recall last year, saying the product was safe.
Looking ahead, get ready for a national alert test on Wednesday. It'll happen at 1:20 San Antonio time in the afternoon. FEMA and the FCC are going to send notifications to all cell phones to make sure the nation's wireless emergency alert system works. TV and radio stations will do their own tests at the same time. It's going to get a lot of people's attention. So again, we're trying to spread the word now.
We'll try to remind you again.
Yes.
Time now, 6:28 and 73 degrees for now.
A big problem still on 35 at Topperwine due to a stalled 18-wheeler, which appears to still be there. RJ is standing by and he'll get us updated coming up at the bottom of the hour. This morning on GMSA, San Antonio firefighters say an overnight fire destroyed 2 houses. What they're saying caused it, coming up in just moments.
And later today, a woman is expected to testify against her boyfriend in the case of her daughter's death. What we've learned so far in this case.
And forget wimpy, a hefty cold front is on the way later on this week. Mike Ostrage is very excited, as we are, and we're going to see a drop in temperatures, so it is definitely exciting.
Yes, it is. Hi, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy October. We're excited about these changes coming up.
Yes, thanks for starting your morning with us. Mike is standing by with the great news for later on this week. Yes. It also brings with it a chance of more needed rainfall.
Yeah, and actually too much rain in some cases on Thursday. Now, this is not going to be a sweater kind of cold front, but still it is going to drop temperatures down. So it won't be in the 90s. That's the best part about it, because we've been in the 90s for about the past 27 decades. It seems like around here. It's been so long. We're not seeing any glow yet of the sunrise this morning. We do have a few clouds out there. 73 degrees right now. Dew point 64, still above 60. which means some humidity, you notice it, but at least that number has dropped down considerably, about 6-7 degrees compared to this time yesterday. Speaking of rain, we've been watching. This was just like one little dot earlier this morning, and it's been working its way off to the northwest, moved through Pearsall, Devine, and now in toward Medina County, up towards Sabinal. Hondo, you're going to be getting maybe grazed by a couple of these showers. This one developing right here. Looks like it's going to hold together and head in toward Hondo. A few more down in Atascosa County, and a nice batch right here moving into southeastern Atascosa County. There have been a couple of lightning strikes earlier this morning, well down around Port Aransas. Nothing is showing up as of right now, but there will be a couple of thunderstorms out there. And you're going to, some folks, few, will be seeing a decent downpour here and there. Mid-60s in parts of the hill country right now. Fall elm high, mold moderate, ragweed low. The updated count's going to come out in about an hour or so. So a couple of showers, a couple of thunderstorms, not only this morning, but then later on today. Yes, we will still be in the low 90s. And then tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow, pretty much carbon copy of today. Wednesday, a little bit better chance for some rain. Again, still low 90s. Then we get into Thursday. The front's going to start to work its way in our direction, moves through about midday. We'll start to see rain, though, getting pushed out ahead of that front, and temperatures will stay in the mid-80s. Same thing on Friday. We will clear out as far as the rain goes, mid-80s. Then we get a little push of some cooler air, so that's going to put temperatures even lower for the weekend. We're going to be below normal for the weekend. It is going to be a great fall weekend. Like I said, no sweaters necessarily, but fantastic. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, still got that big problem on the northeast side?
Yes, we do, Mike. Yeah, and it does not appear to be getting any better out there for our drivers there in the I-35 Topper-Wine area. So you're looking at the southbound lanes here from a traffic TransGuide cameras here, I-35 at Topper-Wine, but this stalled vehicle is actually being reported a little bit further up near Judson Road. You could see they've kind of adjusted the camera a little bit so you could see the stalled vehicle right there. It is an 18-wheeler, so obviously it is taking a little bit longer than usual to kind of get this cleared out. You could see that they have blocked that left lane of traffic there on the southbound lanes, but you could see drivers are still getting through the area. Again, just something that a lot of our drivers in this area are going to have to contend with this morning as they take you out like here with the maps. Again, southbound lanes, I-35 at Judson Road. You can see that now we have a pretty good delay all the way past 1604 and 35 there, all the way up to the Live Oak, the Forum area. So obviously something that these drivers that are coming into San Antonio from the northeast side having to contend with this morning. Something to just kind of keep in mind if you are planning to head out there in that area. One other thing we're following here is we have a crash being reported by TxDOT there in I-10 westbound at West Avenue. Doesn't appear to be causing any major significant delays, and I just checked the cameras right now, and it does not appear to be causing any major issues for drivers there. Again, I-35 South Topper-Wine. That's our biggest thing we've been following past couple of hours or so. So that is something we will continue to monitor. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you very much, RJ. To the local courts, and happening today, nearly 2 months after accepting a plea deal in her daughter's death, Katrina Mendoza will head back to court to testify against her boyfriend. Mendoza took her daughter Mercedes Lozoya to a hospital back in February of 2022. Mercedes went unconscious when they got there, and the affidavit paints a gruesome picture of the condition of the 5-year-old. An arrest affidavit says Lozoya had bruises, scratches, cuts, and swelling in almost every visible part of her body. Mercedes eventually died from those injuries, and Mendoza and her boyfriend Jose Ruiz were each charged in the girl's death. Mendoza pleaded guilty to 1 count of assault of a child in August, and later today she will testify against her boyfriend, who is still facing charges in this case. Mendoza will be sentenced after Ruiz's trial and faces a maximum of 45 years in prison. The start of October comes with a new push from the city of San Antonio to clean up more homeless encampments.
Our Avery Everett shows us how the new budget that goes into effect today gives city departments more money to do that.
Order scheduled for the 11th.
A warning Pete Barrera is familiar with.
So you got at least about 2 weeks for the assessment and then the 48 hours.
As the outreach manager at Haven for Hope.
The 11th is assessment, on the 13th they clean up.
Barrera says helping spread the word about encampment cleanups to those without housing is one of his top priorities.
They've been increasing for a while.
The city just cleaned up this area in the 600 block of Croft Trace just a few days ago. And you can't see it from this angle, but people have already started to move back. This year, the city's looking to clean up 500 sites, but that number is going student jump next year with budget increases to $700.
We had a big improvement from the year before, and we're going to continue improving on that.
San Antonio's Solid Waste Management Department is following the direction of City Council and the city manager. Now, with the start of October, the city is trying to clean up encampments within 2 weeks of getting an initial call.
We're doing it in drainage ditches, wooded areas, you name it, to wherever there's a homeless encampment, our crews go in there and clean it up.
The city says outreach and an assessment happen before an abatement. With the schedule already packed for the coming weeks, some locations are becoming regular stops.
Like Hay Street Bridge, you got off of Fredericksburg Road, Austin Highway, there's some repeated encampments that we go by there regularly.
We tried to talk to some of those people impacted, but no one we spoke with wanted to go on camera. One man did say he's lived in the same camp for a couple of months, and he's had to deal with a few cleanups himself.
Since I've been here 2 times.
Yeah, some might leave, some might take it serious, others, like I said, if they've been through it before, they know how it works.
Barrera says he still makes an effort to get the message out.
Meet them where they're at, no matter where they're at.
Hoping to help those in his community, even if they're not ready to go to Haven yet.
The city also included in its budget $200,000 for rental and utility assistance. They say they're hoping it helps prevent the number of people from losing their homes. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
New this morning, an overnight fire outside one home has destroyed 2 of them. Both homes are in the Lakeside neighborhood on Lake Bluff off Rigsby, just outside Loop 410. San Antonio Fire says just 1 unit was sent at first, but when crews arrived, they found one roof on fire and flames already spreading to the next house. That's when a gas meter broke, causing the gas to catch fire as it was shooting up through the ground. Both homes are a total loss. Everyone made it out safely.
And before we go to break, the 10th annual Cleft Strong 5K is this weekend, and you still have time to register for it. That 5K is October 8th at Eisenhower Park, and if you can't make it out, you can also join the 5K virtually. There will also be a DJ, games, food, and a silent auction. You can sign up by heading over to our website at ksat.com.
Time check, 6:39, 73 degrees.
Still ahead, IDEA public schools in San Antonio are considered some of the healthiest in the country. We're going to take a look at why and what they say is the secret to their success. And welcome back at 6:43. IDEA Public Schools celebrating the announcement that some of their schools made the Alliance for a Healthier Generation's 2023 list of America's healthiest schools. Now, out of 781 schools reviewed nationwide, IDEA had 133 of their schools make the list, and with 28 of their schools being here in San Antonio. So officials with IDEA say they're making sure their scholars are eating right, and that's something they take pride in.
If scholars are well-fed, they learn better. If they're focused and they're paying attention and their tummies aren't rumbling, they're able to succeed academically. They're able to go far. They're able to, really be their best selves.
So IDEA Public Schools has made America's healthiest schools list every year since 2019.
As we approached a potential government shutdown this past weekend, we heard from numerous local leaders and organizations, including the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce.
Dave Peterson, interim president and CEO of the Chamber, joined us on Leading SA to talk about what would happen to our local economy if there was a shutdown. Here's Max Massey.
We talked about a lot. We talked about how San Antonio, Military City, USA, could really be hurt if the government were to shut down in 45 days. We also talked about what the Chamber is hearing from our local small businesses that are really the backbone of our local economy. And we talked about the big projects that could spur more economic stimulus locally. Here's a bit of our conversation.
We see, the great work that's going on with the airport. We heard the announcement that our good friends at Greater SATX Visit San Antonio and the airport put together about the European flight. We have heard very optimistic words from Senator Cruz on the 15-year plus effort we've had with Congress to try to get a direct flight into Washington National. We're hearing a lot of development at Brooks, at the port, and other places. So, I think there's a lot of opportunity in San Antonio, and I think it will continue to thrive. But it's not going to be without challenge.
We also talked about the Wemby effect. We talked about the San Antonio Spurs, and we talked about businesses having to deal with these high interest rate environments, and of course, the impact of student debt repayment this week. You can check out our full conversation right now. Just head to ksat.com. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Max. 6:45.
And still a big mess at I-35 at Topper Wine. Let's check back with RJ Marquez.
Yeah, guys, still some traffic troubles out there in the northeast side. By the way, it's Spurs Media Day today, actually. So that's something that we'll continue to follow throughout the rest of the morning. Okay, I-35 southbound, Topper Wine. We still see the stalled vehicle. It's an 18-wheeler. Traffic kind of bottlenecking here a little bit. We have the far left lane there closed at the moment, but you can see that traffic is still getting through the area. One other thing to kind of let you know about at the moment, and this is not a great clear picture there from our TransGuide traffic camera, but there was a crash reported there, the entrance ramp at I-10 at Foster Road. So these are the westbound lanes. So traffic still getting through here, but again, you can see there's flashing lights right there. Again, not the clearest picture there from TransGuide traffic cameras, but definitely something that we're continuing to monitor. Again, a crash there being reported at I-10, the westbound lanes at Foster Road. So our drivers coming in from the far east side, something to keep in mind if you have to exit or kind of enter I-10 west there at Foster Road. Something to keep in mind.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It's October.
I know. It's wonderful around here.
Yes.
And it's going to feel more like October as soon as we get into the weekend, too. So the next couple of days, though, low 90s still.
Turns out Mother Nature does own a calendar.
Yeah, it's just didn't kind of turn the page.
Right.
So, and of course, October means the Skeleton family.
Skeleton House is back. Yes.
Yay.
Fantastic. And thank you to Oscar for posting these.
They did a little bit of moving, it looks like. And yeah, everybody's.
From what I heard, they literally moved across the street, Mike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up there in
cool.
Stone Oak. But
Nice.
they're unpacked, and it looks like the skeletons are still unpacking, too.
And again, how they keep changing this and coming up with new ideas daily is amazing. So thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. All right, we've got some pretty good showers and some decent downpours here right around Sabinal, and you can see down in southern Medina County. These are coming down at the rate of, well, what we've seen earlier, maybe 1.5 inches, close to 2 inches per hour. But down here in Atascosa County, we're getting a little bit heavier as far as the rainfall rate. So right now, what radar is estimating, and not anything too awfully extreme right here. We're looking at just over 1 inch per hour, and then we've got that one little spot right there, which is, let me go over slightly, about 1 inch, almost 1.5 inches per hour. So again, nothing too extreme. However, this whole line is kind of going right on, it's in one straight line. So we are getting some showers over and over again, and that's going to be the situation, especially coming in here once we get into Thursday, where we may see some of this training of showers, and that's what we're going to be seeing potential for some heavier downpours as well as some potential flooding if you continue to get those showers one after the other. But this whole line all the way back down there around Refugio and Port A, continuing to come up here to the northwest. So this is going to be the situation throughout the rest of the morning as well as the afternoon. There we're starting to see the glow of the sunrise already. Temperatures will be in the kind of bottom out where they are right now in the low 70s, and then get up into the mid to upper 80s at noon. 93 high temperature today. Still the chance for a few stray showers, thunderstorms around here this afternoon. Now let's jump into the future. Wednesday, better chance for a few showers. Again, long range model kind of broad brushes things, and a few of them around here Wednesday night. Then Thursday, overnight into early Thursday morning, as the front approaches, then we'll start to see the better chance for showers, thunderstorms, maybe some heavier downpours as well. That's going to be the case throughout the day on Thursday, and maybe even a couple lingering early into Friday. But then we are going to be clearing out later on in the day on Friday, and right now the weekend looks absolutely fantastic. So we will be in the 90s the next couple of days. Few scattered showers, thunderstorms here and there today, primarily down to the south. A little bit better chance of rain Wednesday, best chance on Thursday. Front moves through, not initially cooler air. I mean, we will be down to normal readings Thursday, Friday. Then we get sort of a secondary surge of some cooler air coming in here for the weekend. So that'll put us into the upper 70s for high temperatures.
I don't blame some people for being a little skeptical about this front, the kind of wait and see attitude, but I think it's time of the year for change anyway.
That's awesome.
we usually get them right about now, and everybody's like, thank goodness.
Yes.
Just like that, Mike.
Yep.
Thank you. 650, 73 degrees.
Well, tomorrow on GMSA, we are getting ready for the annular eclipse. and right in the path of the Alamo City. So Justin Horn will break it down for us.
And outside with live cam as we wait for the sun to come up. Just the beginning of our Monday morning sunrise. Going to be a great week, and you've started it with us here on Good Morning San Antonio.
When news breaks, expect more from KSAT 12.
2 officers shot, a carjacking, perhaps a chase. And
they said that they saw 3 vehicles all shooting at each other.
Not sure if you can hear, but the SAPD helicopter is flying above.
Probably 100 police cars in the area. We do know there is a manhunt underway.
We've got those 3 crews out there in the field gathering more information. We have plenty of people here working their sources as well.
So keep it right here tonight. As soon as we get that information, it's going to you.
And right now on KSAT.com, the end of September means it could start looking a lot like fall. Well, we are excited about this week, especially at the San Antonio Pumpkin Festival. So it's a celebration that will run Thursdays through Sundays. That is through October 29th. And on Broadway, this is not far from the Pearl. So the party will have train rides, a corn maze, and of course, pumpkin carving. You can read all about it on our website at KSAT.com. Just look for the article.
And there are plenty of other things to do for the fall and spooky season. That includes haunted houses, pumpkin patches, and the Barbacoa and Big Red Festival. There's also a Muertos Fest happening next month. You can find a list of fall time favorites right now on KSAT.com.
And don't forget Zubu. That's already happening at the San Antonio Zoo. Fun Halloween events going to be going on through October 31st. And there's going to be a ton of activities for the kiddos, including trick-or-treating and costume contests. So you can find a full list of all these events and more information on our website at KSAT.com.
And we were both thinking fall this morning. I've got the pumpkin orange and you've got the candy corn earrings.
Excited about October.
They look great.
Thank you. Your tie looks great as well.
Thank you, ma'am. 6:55.
Let's check in with RJ Marquez.
All right, guys, some scary traffic out there on the northeast side. We continue to follow this stalled vehicle there, I-35 southbound at Topper 1. You see traffic moving along smoothly, or not smoothly, the opposite of that. Traffic now kind of bottlenecked out there to the those right-handed lanes right there as they continue to kind of clear out what's been a pretty significant backup here. Looking up at our maps, you can see traffic backed up from this stalled vehicle all the way out to Schertz Parkway. So getting worse out there for our drivers on the northeast side. Mike?
Thank you very much, sir. And as you can see, a gorgeous sunrise on tap right now. We do have showers. No lightning strikes being detected yet, but don't be surprised if you see some. And this is all the way from around there, Hondo, back down to the southeast. We'll continue to see more showers and even a couple of thunderstorms around today. And then Thursday, the day we're waiting for, the front moves through, and then great weather for the weekend.
Yay. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us today.
Happy fall, y'all. Good Morning America is next.